Rightio, guys, welcome back to episode
Number two
of
the Reclaim podcast.
exciting time. So today we're just going to jump on and talk about struggles, or in a sense, just struggles in a general sense. Let's just see where we go with this one. It'll be more of a free flowing one. So let's get into it. So as I said, struggle. So what is it to struggle?
I think, for me, a struggle is to change. You have to go through a struggle to change or to become better. The struggles are there for a reason, not to make your life harder. Instead, to make your life easier in the future.
100%. And an area that I struggled a lot was how I would actually not really respond to things. I would actually react to them. And that can make things a lot difficult, because when you react, you're more coming from a real emotional high state and, reacting to the struggle in that moment without being more of in a centered position, I'd say. So, there's two areas that maybe we'll focus on for the podcast, is struggling with making a change.
Yeah.
And struggling with how, you should probably aim to respond to things rather than react to them. And that's, again, going to take time.
Or sometimes when people struggle, it has happened to me. When I struggle, I feel like I cannot do anything, and then I stayed at the same, I just stayed quiet and I don't do anything, and then I just let the things happen, and then I get depressed doing that. Something kind of that has happened to me. Yeah.
We're actually, we were talking before, and Andreas actually had something happen to him this week. Tell us what happened to you this week and how you actually responded to it and didn't react to it. What happened to you, bro?
Well, many things happened, but yeah, I was working a lot hard, really hard, and then there were many things that happened where I could manage to do that. But one of the things that happened is that I got my bike stolen. So somebody broke into my garden and stole my bike. And then the next day when I noticed that, I was like, oh, the bike is gone. But I wasn't like, fuck, the bike. I was like, oh, shit. All right. Now, what can I do?
Beautiful.
Now, my life keeps going. So now I have to work more.
Get a new one.
Yeah.
But how powerful was that you didn't react to the situation, and then you actually just ask yourself the simple question, what can I do now?
Yeah.
And that's having a solution-based mindset rather than adding to the problem. So in the past, when you were going out partying and doing all those things, how would have you probably reacted if you lost your bike? Tell us what you would have done back in the day.
Oh man, I would have I don't know, fuck this shit. I would have just tried to find some solution, but reacting to it, maybe go to the police, do something, just going around with the same issue, struggling with the same issue and not finding a solution, just staying thinking about how I'm gonna recover the bike, how I'm gonna get the money, how I'm gonna buy a new one, fuck my life, fuck this, and then just pretty much just struggling and making my life harder, thinking about the bike.
I'll tell you what, you would have done a lot better than what I would have done back in the past, because at least you still asked yourself, what can I do? In terms of, you said, I'll go to the police, I'll have to get a new one. You thought of solutions, whereas I would have just blown up, and I would have been swearing my head off, and I would have got into a state of, I just would have been fuming. And what I would have done was I would have taken that into the rest of the day, and I would have let that emotion of anger, frustration, annoyance dictate the rest of my day. So I would be taking it out on myself. I'd be taking it on other people around me. So you can imagine what that would have manifested for the rest of the day. Would have been a horrible day.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when it happens, but it will just I will be in the past. It will be my old self. I will be pissed off the whole day. I will be angry at me, and then it will take me days to feel better.
Yeah, 100%. No, I would have been the same. But now it's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's not much I can do about it. But what I can do and what I can control is my attitude and how I'm going to be for the rest of the day. So there's a good example straight up that just happened. So the thing about struggles it's the way that you respond or react to things and the way that you are with certain things. It all comes down to a subconscious level. That's where the programming's at. And that's why some people get caught in a circle and keep coming around to the same spot all the time, or the same things keep happening, is because at a deep rooted level, subconsciously, you're responding. So you don't actually respond consciously, you respond on a conscious level, and that's habit. And that's why it's hard to break. So that's why you may continue to react instead of respond to things. That's why you may find it hard to actually make that change, because you haven't done the work, or you're struggling to do the work at a subconscious level and reprogramming your mind and your body at that level.
Because people cannot control their program yet. So that's why. And also, when people struggle, after 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, they start thinking, I should have done this. I should have done this. Or why did I do that? Such a stupid something like that. So because they start thinking like, oh man, I was just going through this program and I was blind. And I could do this better, but it's been already 3, 4 weeks, a month later, or 5 years later.
Yeah. And so that's one reason why you may be finding it and struggling with certain areas in your life, because at a subconscious level, you haven't made that change, which is fine. We've all been there. And this is why we're doing this podcast, because we've been there and we're still continuing to work on those sort of things. And we're speaking out of experience. Another thing and another reason why you may be struggling with certain things and areas in your life to make that change, or to learn how to respond rather than react, is because of the environment that you keep putting yourself in. So take a step back, and I want you to look at the people that you are surrounding yourself with. And what you may find is that if these people are struggling to make a change and they're reacting rather than responding, it's natural as a human being that we take on the personas and the way that people are if you hang around them. It's just what it is. Like, if you listen to all the people that have been successful, they talk about who they hang around, and they hang around winners, and they hang around people that are really wanting to make a change, and you can see them doing the work. So if you see someone doing the work, guess what? They're going to start dragging you along, and you'll start to do the work as well.
What happens is about energy. You get drained by the energy. You know what I mean? And also, if you are around people that, they know how to respond to things, they want to help you to work on that. So if they see that you are struggling and they say, oh, all right, stop there. And this is what we have to do. Stop reacting. Now let's start responding.
100%. So what's going to help you is take a step back and start looking at the people that you surround yourself with. And you've got to make that change. Like, you really got to want to make it, and just keep showing up. I spoke about this on the last podcast. Just keep trying. It's going to take a bit of time to get to where you want, just because what I mentioned earlier is your subconscious level. All right. It's going to take a bit of reprogramming to get that done. So,
and to break through the subconscious level, you need to start asking questions about, like, for example, the environment that you are surrounded with. You need to ask, who am I surrounded by? Who are those people? Right? Am I doing the same thing that they are doing? I'm doing the same things that they are doing. Why am I here with them? What is happening with my life? Why we are hanging out? Something like that. Start asking questions to break through the subconscious level, and then you start becoming aware of the things, of how you respond or react to things.
Yeah. So we've been focusing on that. It's been coming up a lot. So again, why you're struggling is you may be reacting to it rather than responding. So that is another thing and a part of struggling. A powerful thing is, with struggles, is having that self-awareness and understanding, like Andreas just said, like, why you may be doing the things you're doing. Ask yourself, what are these people doing that I'm hanging around? Why are they doing it? So there's a little bit for you to think on. Now, you're probably sitting there wondering, that's all well and good, Damian, Andreas, but, what are some solutions? So what we're going to do now is we're going to give you some solutions that have helped us personally. Okay, so just take this with a grain of salt, what we speak about, because everyone's different. This is what has actually helped us make the changes in our lives. Okay, you may find that all of these work for you. You may find that one don't. You actually may find that none of them work for you, but that's powerful in itself, because then you know what works for you and what doesn't, and that's fine. You know, that's all part of the journey.
It's part of the unit, yeah. There are many things that might work for you and might not work for other people.
100%. You got to keep knocking on that door. Keep knocking on that door until you just smash the bad boy down.
Get to know yourself.
Exactly. Get to know yourself. So, some solutions. So let's talk about, you know, from experience, you know, when you're struggling with something and you start to react to it, you're going to feel all these emotions come up. You're going to feel them from the core, from probably, you know, your root chakra and your gut. You're going to feel all these emotions building up, and they're going to start traveling up into the mind. And that's going to create fog, and you're not going to be able to think clearly, because you're going to start to getting in the fight or flight mode. So what we can do to combat that is, in that moment, you're going to stop. You're going to catch yourself out.
Yeah.
And you're going to stop, and you're going to breathe. And you're going to pause, and you're going to take a moment to breathe. Again, this is going to be hard. You're going to find it really hard to do this, because you're just going to be subconsciously waiting to react. I've been there. But the more we show up and do it, the more we are consistent with it, we will start to break that habit and form a new way. So feel through all the emotions that come up, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration, whether it's sadness, whatever it may be. Let it surface.
You gotta feel it.
You gotta feel it. Like, and if you're feeling absolutely raging and ready to just go for it, don't keep building on it and keep, like, you know, throwing shit around. You know, I used to smash walls and punch holes in walls and throw shit, and like that would just build on that energy. I just want you to sit and feel through it and just, you know, feel angry. It's okay, but don't react with more anger. Just respond by feeling through it. Feel the frustrations. Let all of it surface. Yeah. And that's going to help. Okay. So there's one solution. Okay. Is to feel through the energy, feel through the emotion. Once you've felt all that, and once you felt down, getting back to that, actually why it's easier to sort of reflect, because, you know, after a week of losing your bike, you get over it. And that's when you actually look at, you know, it in a different point, because you've let all those emotions wear off and they've dissipated and they've gone. So instead of waiting a week for that to happen, why not do it in the moment?
Now. You can do it now.
You can do it now.
Exactly.
Again, it's going to take time, but you can get there, because if we can do it, you can do it too.
Of course. And as he said, just stop and breathe. And you can use breathing techniques to do that.
100%.
There are quick breathing techniques that, you know, that you can do that with. You can do that. Like, for example, when sometimes I hit my head with something, or I hit my dog.
Don't hit his head. Eh?
No, sometimes, man, you know, when working out, something like that, something happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or I hit my leg. Or
we get ya.
Part of my body.
Stub your toe. One of those moments.
Exactly. Like I did in the shower, in the fitness, in the gym.
Yeah.
Anyway, I started doing a brief exercise for 1 minute, and then everything like starts to become like better and clear. And then I don't feel pain. I feel like better, and then I say, the pain is gone. That's it.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll add that in there. So I'm going to give you a quick technique that really helps, is just count to 4 on the inward breath. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inward breath. I want you to pause for 4 seconds, and then I want you to sigh and let it all out. So for 4 seconds, and do that for as many times as you feel that you're starting to center and just be present. It may take you 3 minutes, it may take you a minute, it may take you whatever. And you're going to have chatter up here, and it's going to be going, why the fuck are you doing that? Why are you fucking doing this? This is fucking stupid. You're going to get that chatter, shut it out, focus on your breath. That will help. So that little technique, 4 inhales, 4 second inhale, 4 second pause, and then 4 seconds on the way out.
That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. Yeah.
Once you've got to a point where you've felt through the emotion and you're feeling centered, that's when you can actually focus on the solution. So you want to be focusing on the solution and the area that you need to master, and just focus on one area and start with that.
It's just one thing. Like, you have many problems, just focus on one problem and go to find the root of the problem. When you find the root of the problem, you're gonna learn about what happened, how it happened, and then you start finding solutions and go through solutions. Like one of the things that I do is just stop my life. I stop everything and I sit down with myself and I start saying, okay, what is the problem? And then when I find the problem, I start saying, okay, what is the solution to this? And how can I avoid to do it again next time?
How can I? What can I do differently next time? That's powerful.
Yeah.
What can I do differently next time? That's a real good one. The next one is change your environment. So you got to change the people you're fucking hanging around. You know, you just got to do it. If you really want to get on this journey, you're going to have to do the hard things. Like, you know, I fucking get you. I've been there. I understand that it's hard to change who you hang around because, again, subconsciously, you're just used to hanging around those people and they let you get away with bloody murder.
Exactly.
And that's the easy route. All right. So just, again, focus on one thing. So if it's one person you got to let go out of your life, let them go. Let that one person go. And guess what? Then you can focus on the next person and then the next. And if you keep going back, which I've done before, dibbling and dabbling, that's okay too.
Exactly.
That's okay too. As I said earlier, keep knocking on that door. And then soon you'll knock that door down. All right.
That's what you have to do.
Just keep at it. Keep chipping away. Change your environment. Okay. And that's not only by the people you're hanging around. So start changing the environment. So environment can be the books that you read. It can be
your habits,
the stuff that you're consuming. It can be your fitness. It can be anything like environment. You know, that's everything around us, not only physically being, but it's the energy you're around. It's how you talk to yourself, all those sorts of things.
How you spend your time.
You know, yeah. What are you doing spending your time? Are you sitting there smashing Maccas or you're sitting there going to read a book instead? Whatever it might be. But again, baby steps, start with one. Okay. And if you fail, that's okay. That's fine. Keep knocking on that door. Okay. Because Rome, right, was not built in one day.
Step by step.
Okay. Cheers. Thanks for coming. The next one, all right, and the last one that we'll give you a tip for, and this is such a powerful one. I love that this is in my life now. Like, I never thought I'd be talking about this in such a way, in such a manner, but you gotta start meditating because that's where all the
100%.
self-awareness comes. That's where you learn to respond. That's how you start changing your environment, and that's how you get into the subconscious to make this change. It is so freaking powerful.
And that's how you start getting to know yourself and how you can get better and resolving your struggles.
It's so powerful. So again, like everything, just show up daily, make it a daily practice. I don't mind if it's 30 seconds. And then the next day we're going to go for 40 seconds. And then we might go for a minute. And it might be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. And then you might not do it for a week, but that's okay. You come back the next week and you start again.
Exactly. And you can do it anywhere.
Anytime. You can do it on the toilet.
Anywhere, anytime. Doesn't matter where you are. You can do it. You can shut off the world and just be within yourself.
And for those of you who go, oh yeah, but all I do is just keep fucking thinking of things. Well, that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point, because it lets your mind process what you're thinking about, and all these thoughts that have been piled up and just fucking shoved in there throughout the whole day. They want to get out and they want to be experienced. So you might have 1,000 thoughts.
That's how you train your mind when you're doing the meditation. It's like going to the gym. You're doing reps. When you're meditating, you have many thoughts and you have to just letting go away. That's one rep. The other rep. The next rep.
I like that one. I like that analogy. I'm going to steal that one. That's good, bro. I like that one. So get on the meditation train. It's going to change your life. Just show up consistently. Make it a daily practice. I guarantee you all the stuff that we just spoke about will start to fall into place for you. And one last tip, right, to help you with the struggles is get on this book. Right, I've read it. Andreas has read it. I mean, I love this guy. You know, when I started my journey years ago, this guy popped up on YouTube. The universe put it in front of me. His name is Joe Dispenza. I'm telling you, he'll change your life.
Yeah.
Okay. He will. He's so powerful in what he does. Just get on. If you're not really into reading, That's fine.
Watch his videos.
What are we going to do? Yeah, we're going to find the solution. Get
Yeah.
on and watch his videos. If it's 3 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever, just start these little baby steps.
There are many podcast episodes where he's invited to one of the greatest podcasts in the X6 right now, and he shares.
Reclaim podcast, is it?
Me, of course.
One of the greatest. Yeah. One day,
One day
Joe
we'll do
Dispenza.
Hinkley, yeah.
One day, Damian and Andreas would like interviewing Joe Dispenza. Like, let's get it. Let's manifest that. Right? You hear that? Let's go,
That's how
baby.
we manifest it.
Dispenza. One day.
But yeah, guys, you don't like reading? Man, like, there are videos. You don't like watching videos and you want to spend your time walking, podcasting.
Yeah, 100%. So Joe Dispenza, and the book is, would you know it, Breaking
The habit of being yourself.
of being yourself. And it'll go through things we spoke about and expand on them. Just get on it.
Mhm.
Do yourself a favor and get on that book.
I recommend it.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, he gave it to me. I was stoked. I was looking for a book, and then this came into my life, and it helped me break a lot of these habits that I had. And just it gives you power because you start to understand why. And when you start to understand why you're doing the things you're doing, you can make the change because you've got no idea. Yeah, it's going to be hard because you don't know where you're starting from. You're not sure why this keeps happening. But when you understand why, guess what? You can make that change because you don't let those things happen, and you don't let those things come into your environment. Okay. Keyword I said environment, we spoke about that. So that's our topic done for today. All about, a little bit about struggles. I hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, or if you didn't, that's fine. Look, drop a comment. Start, interacting with us. We'd love for you to start interacting with us. Make sure you give us a follow. Hit the bell so you don't miss our next podcast. And get on all our other socials. Andreas, what are they? You're the social media guy here. I just talk.
So we are on Instagram at reclaim 2 underscore or 3 underscores. Okay, you guys know it. Just go reclaim and type as many underscores as you want, and you find us. I'm kidding, around 3. We have we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts as Reclaim. We are on YouTube as Reclaim. Where else? We are TikTok at Reclaim2 underscores. And yeah, we are pretty much on every social media now. Facebook, if you guys don't use Instagram, we are on Facebook too at Reclaim Wellness. And if you guys want to meet us in person, you can come to our monthly events in St Kilda, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And yeah, we do wellness activities where you can break the habit of being yourself.
Yeah, so get on the website to book your ticket for that one. We'll pop up all this stuff on the screen. Andreas does all that magic. Like, it'll be somewhere here.
But yeah, the website is www.reclaimwellness.com.au.
Sweet, awesome. So that's a wrap. Next episode is going to be number 3, and we're really excited about this one because we're going to have our first special guest. We might keep that a bit of a secret, but it's going to be on fasting, and we're so excited to be able to get someone on the podcast and have a chat with them, interview them, and give you guys more of an insight on fasting and the powerful benefits of fasting.
And more of his expertise. He's very knowledgeable. He's very smart, and he knows
we'll probably get him on more than once
about spirituality. Yeah, of course. When I bring him,
he's got a few good
episodes.
He's got a lot of good knowledge. So so we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I hope you got something out of it, and we will see you on the next podcast.
Thank you so much, guys. And don't forget to share. Thank you.
Let's go, baby.
Bye bye.
Let's go.
Let's go.